Love, love will keep us together. Woo! Forever. Oh, love will keep us together forever. You didn't like my song?
I love your song.
No, you didn't.
I love it. I love it when you sing to me. I just can't picture myself as being Captain and you Tennille. I just can't.
Yes, that's right. Captain and Tennille, whatever you want it to be. That's what we're gonna be today. All right, so we missed everybody last week.
We sure did. We missed you.
But it was Resurrection Sunday for us. It was Passover for some, and some was spending family time, and some was doing whatever you were doing, but we were with our family. And, you know, we started to go live from my mom's house, but
they were having too much fun. They didn't want to interrupt the fun.
We was playing past the phone. So we didn't want to post that on our show. But good evening, and even good morning wherever you are. We are so glad to be with you. I am Stacy.
And I am Ray.
And we are the Lovebirds. You was gonna say the bird songs? You know we the Lovebirds. You know that, right?
I know.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure you know.
But you always take the words out of my mouth.
I know.
This is what happens when you're together for so long. They just take over your thoughts.
He didn't want me singing "Love Will Keep Us Together." I like that. I like that little love. Anyway, somebody's gonna work on a theme song for us for our little show. But we are glad to be here today, and I missed everyone. We are so glad to see everyone on tonight. So for my married couples, to my couples getting engaged, to the couples who are thinking about getting married. So we're building up. We're building up to talk about serious stuff, but we're just on an incline. So tonight, I want to talk to the ladies. And my husband want to talk to the men. I want to talk about, ladies, why are we so undecisive when our spouse, significant other, fiance, or whoever it is asks us, what do we want to eat? I can't be the only one. I cannot be the only one. Listen, we're trying to fix marriages and help people with effective communication. And this is Communication 101. This is Communication 101. Yes. Hi, Marzina. You're right, Lioness. This is helping singles as well. So listen, communication is effective, right? And so I know that when my husband says to me, honey, what do you want to go ahead, because I know you want to get, that's why, you know what? We do not even really talk about what we're going to talk about for the day until we start getting into serious matters. I wouldn't even tell him because I knew he would be ready. He loves every bit of this. I knew he would love this. He kept saying, honey, what are we talking about? I was like, I don't even know. I knew the whole time, but I would not dare tell him what we were going to talk about. He would have jumped all over this before I could even speak. So go ahead.
My wife is the type of person, she could go into any situation and be completely at home. I got to be prepared for what's going on with me. You ain't gonna just throw me out there and make me look like I'm silly, you know. And I learned that, so I got to be prepared with this one. I do. Okay, so we got hi Terry. Terry is from California. Hi Terry. Thank you for joining us tonight. Terry said because she likes for him to decide sometimes. Yes, my sister. Let's give it up for my sister. I agree, Terry. I agree. So Terry said because she likes for him to decide. Well, go ahead, Mr. I know you want to say something. Go ahead. She said she likes for him to decide. That's why he asked, because he doesn't want to just assume. See, with us, you got to be clear with a man. I'm just sorry. We don't have that thought process like you women do. Y'all be talking about, oh, surprise me, bring me whatever. And then when we bring it, you looking at us like, what's in your bag? Let me have some of that. I ain't want this. You don't know, baby. I love you. And I know, what was that movie that they had a few years back? I don't know. Where they said, if you really love somebody, you will give them your last bite of food.
Well, we can't get. I can't get to your last bite of food because by the time we get to your last bite of food, it's gone. But I think you do get some of my last bites of food.
Because you always say, "Do you want this?"
Okay, but you don't offer. So that means you don't offer.
I do offer.
No, if I'm not getting the last bite, you're not offering.
I'm not.
You're not offering. Anyway, I'm gonna talk to my sisters here, and the men could jump in. I'm so glad to see Troy and Monica and everyone on here tonight. Diane, Monica's from Virginia. Thank you for joining, Monica from Virginia. So I'm gonna be truthfully honest, right? So when my husband asks me, "What do I want?" I honestly really don't know. I really do not know. Like my taste buds haven't, begin to like tingle or like, give me some type of sign as to what I want. But what I can't understand is why he doesn't just surprise me with something. Like, okay, so he knows all of the places, or he should know all of the places that I like to eat. We've been married for 24. August 17th will be 25 years. We was together 3 years before that. So by now, he should know all of the places that I like to eat. I know that he does not like mayonnaise on his food. I know that he does not like certain things. So listen, I'm not going to go and buy him something that he doesn't like. I always come home with surprises, right? If I even go to the Dollar Tree, I come home with a surprise. Guess what I get? You so picky, girl. I don't know. You're going to be complaining when I bring it home. Ladies, speak up. Come on, help me out. Ladies. Why do we do this? Help me out. Why do we do this? I think, ladies, we need to work on this. Start thinking now about, are you making faces?
Ooh, I'm not. See, I don't make faces.
I can tell you're making faces.
I'm not making. I'm just listening to everything you say. If I'm not attentive, I got to go to timeout. And I ain't being in the timeout tonight. I'm sorry.
Listen, I believe.
Don't put me in timeout.
Somebody on here said they love your facial expressions, but I'm not.
That's because I got such a good face. I know how to smile, and it warms people up.
Okay. Anyways, I know he's over here. I know he's loving every moment of this. Because really, I really can't even decide. Sometimes he'll call me because he gets home before I do. And he says, honey, what do you want for dinner? Listen, I feel like he asked me 1,000 questions. I don't know. Sometimes I just really want to be surprised. I just want to be surprised. Help me, surprise me. Why don't you men take it upon yourself to surprise us?
Okay. Can I rebut that now? Can I give the answer to that?
Okay, rebut it.
The reason why is because my wife is what we call an A-type personality. There are certain things she definitely won't eat. And there's things that she definitely desires more than other things. But here's the dilemma. According to one of her words, past practice is an indicator of future practice. When I used to surprise her with making certain dishes of food, oh, I don't want that. I ain't in the mood for that. But I asked you. But you ain't in the mood for that. And then this is what really gets me, because I love her so dearly. She don't know what she wants. She'll wait to almost midnight and want me to go down in the freezer and pull out something to cook for her.
No, that is not true. That is not true. Tell the truth. You know what?
I'm telling the truth. You don't do that. You don't wait till late at night and then you say, honey, can you go downstairs and get this, and this for me and make that for me?
I don't recall.
See?
Give me evidence. I need evidence. When was the last time I did that, and what did you cook when you got it out of the freezer?
I know it was something seafood.
Well, all I eat is seafood, so I mean that's evident. But when was the, no, I need some factual truth. Because listen, I need factual truth.
That's you. You listen, you and your evidence. Your name ain't Fred Price. Knock it off.
Bless his soul.
Yes, it is. Bless it. But you ain't Fred Price, so knock it off.
I do need evidence.
You ain't going to admit to nothing anyway, because you. Anyhow, I don't mind giving her what she wants. I don't mind making what she wants. But when you are indecisive, and then when I come back with something that I want to enjoy, it's like, can I have a taste of that?
You know you need to stop. You
listen, how many times have I come back? We're going to get me something from D'Angelo's. And then I come back home. You say, oh, you didn't stop by Taco Bell and get me no quesadilla?
Well, I mean, that's true. That is true. But you said, I want some of your stuff.
Because that's what I got stuff that you can do, like drinking my soda.
What?
I asked you, do you want something while I'm out? Now and then. But I'll come back with a Coke. She wouldn't drink all my Coke.
So then so if that's a past practice and you know that I've been drinking your soda, then you should come home with 2 sodas, not just one. If you know I'm going to drink some of your soda, you should come home with 2 sodas. Husbands, I need some men on here. I need some men on here. You see, repent, Ray. I need some men on here to tell me what you are doing for your wife when she asks for some of your food. I mean, because I really don't. No, I'm being honest. I'm being honest. I'm being honest. I do ask for his drink, but I will never ask for his food because I do not eat meat. I only eat fish. I'm a pescatarian. I do not eat D'Angelo's and all of that good stuff that he eats. So he has evaded the whole question of why he does not come home and surprise me. He said he goes to the freezer maybe I did ask for something late at night, and it probably was because you didn't bring me something home to eat or I was hungry.
I can answer your question why I didn't bring you something back. And I can sum it up in one word. I don't have to go into any deep deliberation about it. And it's called picky. Picky, 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 picky. So I don't bring it back. Because I don't want to hear it when I get back. I love you, but I don't want to hear it when I get back.
So I'm going to talk to the married couples here, to the ladies. Ladies, I need you to start thinking, pre-planning what you are going to want the next time your husband asks you, what do you want to eat? Where do you want to go out to dinner? I mean, because some things are opening back up. Some of the restaurants are opening back up. And even if you choose not to go inside, they have outside eating. And make sure you pick somewhere good, because the next time he asks me, where do I want to go? I'm going to share it with everybody right here. I want to go to J.I. Gilbert's. That's where I want to go. Yep, you see his face? Exactly. That's where I want to go. I want to go to J.I. Gilbert's. Ladies, if you have not been there, I think this is in Connecticut, close to Glastonbury. Ladies, if you have not been there, I think you need to try it out. It is a very, very, very good, elegant restaurant. The reason he doesn't want to go there is because it's kind of pricey.
Very pricey. I took her there one time, and I had to turn around and put my car at Hawk. Had to take it and sell it.
He did not. You need to stop it. You need to stop it. But ladies, I think we need to start deciding what it is that we want. And so sometimes we're so undecisive, we don't really know what we want. And sometimes in marriages, we also don't really know what we want. Right? We don't know what we want when our husbands ask us what's wrong. Or in a conversation when they say, well, what do you want me to do? Because, sometimes in a heated discussion or argument, that comes up. What do you what do you want me to do? And so we're in that heated discussion, and he's asking, what do you want me to do? And we don't even know what to say to follow up with that. We don't know what to say to follow up with that. And so you need to begin to have effective communication. It's something that I really had to work on. I haven't gotten to the point where I know what I want when he asks me what I want to eat. Sometimes, no, hold your mule, hold your mule, hold your mule. When he asks me what I want to eat, but I know how I want to be loved. I know what I want from my husband as far as affection. I know what I want as far as attention. I know what I want when he's on his phone playing his games or watching CNN, and some people watching football or sports or whatever. You know, we get all mad and we get all upset about that. We throw a tantrum, we get an attitude, we start walking back and forth, sucking our teeth and hissing. Hey, just say, honey, I just want to spend some time with you. I want to spend some time with you. I just want to sit here and hold your hand. I might not like CNN, but I'll sit there and watch CNN with my husband because I just want to hold his hand. I just want to be next to him. I just want to be with him. You want to share? Because I see you tapping your fingers.
See me? I can't tap my fingers. It's always got to be something other than me being me. No, listen. She is a warm weather type of gal. When the weather gets a little warmer, and I know she likes seafood, I will tell her, let's get in the car, me and you, put the top down, let's ride down to New London. Let me take you to your place, Captain Scott's, so you can get all the seafood you want, that you get so much, I got to roll you to the car, you so full. You know, let me take you... What are you laughing about?
You did not say roll me to the car. You need some scripts. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
Listen, I don't mind taking her to places she would like. I don't. But I know her, and I know my wife by now, after almost 20 some odd years. I kind of understand and know where she is now. And even when she feels we're not having effective communication, I know better than to tell her, that ain't what you said. Because she is always right. Fellas, I want you to understand that. They are never, ever wrong. They are always on the side of right. But we're the one with the deficit. I'm done. Go ahead.
I mean, so we have moved on from talking about the food. We were now talking about effective communication. But since you went there, it's okay. I'm going to let it rest there. But we are talking about effective communication and knowing what you want. Knowing what you want for yourself. Knowing what you want for your spouse. Knowing what you want for your family. I posted on Facebook, I believe it was last week, I've posted some affirmations for couples to begin to say on a daily basis, right? And some of those was, I want more love in my marriage. I look for love in my marriage. Because you can have what you say. When you set it into the atmosphere, you have the right to have what you say. In the word, the good book, it says that call those things as not as though they are. If you're struggling in your marriage and it seems like it's not working, you need to begin to speak life into your marriage
and relationship.
Do you care to share about that, sir?
Listen, you gotta woo, you're about to have me preach up in here. You gotta let it be known what it is you need. None of us are prophetic where we can look at you and read your mind and say, oh, that's what she needs. That's what she wants. You have to let it know. You have to set, how can I say? You need to be like the thermometer or the thermostat, excuse me. You need to be like the thermostat. You have to set the temperature for your relationship.
That's true.
If you need cuddles, ain't nothing wrong. Listen, Stop playing it. You need to know me so good, I ain't even got to ask you. That comes with time, baby. That comes with time when you get to that point. But in the beginning, you have to set the tone and say, I need a hug. I need a kiss. Can you hold my hand? Because if you like me, I was a person that was never, I wasn't a person of public PDA, thank you. Public displays of affection. I would be out in public, my wife want to hold my hand and I move my hand. I had to learn that that is something she desires and it's something that makes her love me even more. And I had to learn to start letting her hold my hand in public, start letting her hug me in public. And you learn, because it can only lead into a deeper and more profound relationship with your significant other.
Did you say, let me hug you in public?
Yes. You don't hug me in public?
I might hold your hand in public. I don't be hugging you in public.
What about when we go to jazz festival?
We're in 2 chairs, side by side. So why do I need to hug you? We're sitting there. We're close. It's a chair for 2 people.
I know you would do this, but go ahead. It's okay.
All right. I do hold your hand in public.
Deflect.
But deflect. Give me a kiss. Okay. Because I don't think you do it, but okay. So listen, I know we start off joking and
yeah, I get carried away
and teasing in the beginning, but effective communication, seriously, communication 101 is very, very important. And there's a lot of relationships that are lacking and starving because the wife or even the husband wants that attention, and one is unresponsive to it. Right? They're unresponsive to it because, as he said, we are not mind readers. We are not mind readers where we know what they want, when they want it. So we have to learn to communicate. And so I'm saying start with the small things of communication. Start with the small things such as knowing what you want to eat. So knowing what you may want for dinner. This is for husbands and wives. Start with, where do I want to go for a date? We talked about date on episode 2. We talked about dating. Best ways to begin to restore effective communication or to bring effective communication is by dating. Yes, it is. Taking small walks together, hand holding, and just talking about each other's day. Because what I find in our marriage enrichments, when we talk with couples that are struggling and couples that are having issues, they don't communicate like they used to communicate when they first met. Somewhere they've lost that communication. Why? Because we're married. They should know. Why? Because we've been together so long. He should know. That's no longer acceptable. That's no longer acceptable. We both have a part to play. And marriage is not 50-50. I'm sorry. It's not 50-50. Marriage, it takes both parties to participate 100%, if not 100%, 110%. What you put into your marriage is what you will get out of your marriage. Prayer is essential.
Yes, it is.
Prayer is communication. Mm-hmm. Prayer is communication. Everyone may not be a religious person, but at some point in your life, I know that you've prayed. I know that you've prayed. Let me give you some examples. Let your wife end up in the hospital. Mm-hmm. Let your husband end up in the hospital. You're calling on some prayers. Let your mother or father end up in the hospital. You will begin to pray. Prayer is essential. If you don't know how to pray, you know what? It's a simple conversation between you and the Father. Join in with your spouse and begin to pray. Ask the Lord to come marriage and to restore it and to bring life back into it. When you get into that mirror in the morning and you're brushing your teeth and you're washing your face and you're putting on your makeup, begin to speak life into your marriage. Where there is lack, begin to speak it to the marriage. Lord, I thank you for restoring joy in my marriage. Lord, I thank you for restoring happiness in my marriage. Lord, I thank you for restoring health into my marriage. Why do we talk about health? Because listen, sickness is real. Sickness is real. We're going to get into it and talk about it. My husband's on dialysis, but I thank God every day for his healing. And I decree it and declare it that he will be restored and he will be healed. I speak it into my marriage. If your marriage is lacking, you get out of your marriage what you put into it. You want to share?
Yeah, I just want to say that, as she said, communication, talking to each other is really very essential. Seriously, and I know sometimes when one or the other comes into the house, so much has gone on before you got home. You don't want to talk to nobody about nothing. But you got to set aside some time before y'all close your eyes at night to talk about, well, how was your day? How'd it go? How you feeling? How'd you feel now? What happened? Instead of coming into the house and bombarding your spouse. The sink is messed up. It's leaking all over the place, and the kids wouldn't listen. Did it? Whoa. Just like you want to decompress, let him decompress. And spend some time with each other. Just being friends to each other.
Good point.
Because when y'all started out dating before the marriage, y'all were friends. Y'all weren't enemies. Y'all were friends. And then you got to know each other. And in the getting to know each other, you said, this ain't a bad person. I could possibly see my life with them forever. So I say that to say this. Just talk. It don't have to be no deep conversation, but just talk about little things. Talk about whatever interests you or interests her. My wife talks about me and CNN. I'm a news junkie. I've always been a news junkie. I was a news junkie before I met her. And I talk about stuff I've seen on TV. But she listens. I know it don't interest her, but she listens. Because she knows that's what interests me. And so when she needs some advice about something, she knows who to come to. So True. We talk.
True. Well, we're coming up on our 9 o'clock hour, and we try not to keep you past 9 o'clock. But I just want to talk about the importance of self-care. He mentioned something very important. He mentioned about coming into the home when you've come home from work and just coming in the house yelling. Take a few moments and decompress. I sit in the car. Sometimes I sit in the car for 40 minutes to an hour. I'm just trying to get myself together to come into the house. I work with special needs students, and sometimes it can be draining. I love them. I really do. But sometimes it can be draining, and I don't want to come in the house with what I endure during work. So sometimes I need to decompress so that I can come into the house in a loving manner towards my family, a loving manner towards my husband. So it's important. It is important to sit and take a moment. It's okay, ladies, men, it's okay to take some time to yourself. It's okay. It's okay to get some self-care, because when two people are frustrated and they come in the house, this is where tension builds up. This is where tension rises. This is something that will put you on edge and causes arguments. Self-care is important. We're going to talk about that in another episode, self-care. But I just wanted to share that.
Yeah, it's no harm to say, just give me 10 minutes. I'll deal with you in 10 minutes. We could talk about this in 10 minutes. Just give me 10 minutes. And you'll be surprised what that 10 minutes can do for you. And you'll be surprised.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We are coming up. It's 9:01. And so what I wanted to do today, yes, your mental health is important. mental health is important. We're going to talk about it and get into it in another episode. But what I wanted to do is I want those who have tuned in today, the person who tuned in the furthest today, that's a married couple, you are going to receive a couple's t-shirt. Okay, so I need for you to post where you are located, what city and state you're located in. And I'm in Connecticut, and most of the people maybe on here are in Connecticut. So I need you to just post where you are tuning in from today. And we are going to pick the person that is the furthest. We will get in contact with you, and you will be winning a couple's t-shirt. Okay. And it's going to say Love Still Matters After the Vows. Yes, we promote our show. We are also taking sponsors. We're looking for sponsors. And what the sponsors will do is the sponsors will be an important part of our show because they will be a part of our giveaway. We will also acknowledge them, and we will represent their brand on our show. So if you are looking to be one of our sponsors, so far we have 3 sponsors, and we are so grateful for them. We will start adding them in and plugging them in on next week. And so we look forward to coming on each week at 8:30. If there's something that you would like to talk about that we have not, my mom's saying, please put your city in with your state, put your city and state in where you're coming from, where you are located. Please let us know. I appreciate all of the inbox messages that I have received since we've been doing the show. As you know, I don't mind praying with you, praying over your marriage, trying to help you, assist you, and to strengthen your marriage. This is what this is all about. This is about strengthening your marriage. It is about strengthening your marriage. I am a product of 2 parents that were married until death. So I'm from that product. Same thing with my husband. His parents was married until death. And so I want my children, my daughter is now married. I want her, when she took those vows, we talked about it. Hey, this is serious business. I want my daughter to maintain her marriage until death. Right? And so sickness is a vital part of the marriage. When your spouse gets sick, don't bail on them. Don't bail on them. That's a part of that covenant that you stood up there before the preacher or the justice of the peace or whoever you stood before and took those vows. And we're going to get into that as well. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining us. We have people from, before we get ready to go, we have Virginia. We have Modesto, California, West Virginia, West Hartford. Oh, thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. So it looks like Modesto, California may be the furthest so far. Amen. Looks like Modesto, California may be the furthest so far. So Terry, after the show, thank you so much for tuning in. Please send me your t-shirt size and your spouse's t-shirt size, and we will be shipping that out to you this week. We are the proud owners of Custom Tees from the Bird's Nest, where we customize just about anything: t-shirts, mugs, lamps, mirrors.
Your dog.
Yeah, we can customize your dog. We have dog clothes too, collars and tags. We have it. If it's able to be printed on, we are able to customize it. So
but we not will your husband.
We could customize them too. We could ship them and get them together. we can get them together.
I mean, you can't print on them.
We can't print on them. We'll put a shirt on them.
Okay.
All right. Taken by this lovely lady.
Off the market.
Off the market.
Off
there
the
you
market.
go. Off the market.
Off the market.
So thank you all so much for joining us. The time does go by so fast. And from time to time, we will be having guest couples to come on the show and to join in with us. I believe in May, we will be doing a dating game. Not the dating game, excuse me, like the newlywed game, but it's the married couples questions. And the couple that gets the most questions right will win a prize. So I am so glad to be here with you on tonight, and we look forward to seeing you next Sunday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook Live. If you have not gone to our YouTube page, it's called Love Still Matters After the Vows. Please like and subscribe. We will be doing couples challenge while we're out in the community, and it will be a blast. We will be interviewing couples on the spot. We will be posting those on our YouTube channel, so stay tuned for that and more. Again, thank you so much. See you next week. We are the Lovebirds, and we could not end without saying that it is not love that keeps us together. In every marriage, love may fade for a time. The vows matter, because when feelings fade, the vows hold us together long enough for the love to return. Thank you for joining.
Be blessed.
See you next.